Members of the South African Municipal Workers Union in Tshwane are planning to march to the municipal buildings to deliver a memorandum of concerns and challenges facing the workers. This comes amid a growing controversy over an unsolicited 26 billion rand tender to repair substations. The move has been condemned by other parties in the Metro's ruling coalition. Workers are also expected to make a list of other demands to improve their working conditions. Joining us now to explain their action is Samwu's Tshwane Regional Chairperson, Nkhetheni Muthavhi. Nkhetheni, good evening, and thank you very much for your time tonight here on In Focus. What concerns and worker grievances are you going to be presenting in your march tomorrow?
Evening to you and your viewers at home. Yes, indeed, tomorrow we have what we call a family gathering, where members will be marching and gather at Tshwane House tomorrow, and they will be presenting their grievances to the employer. And among the grievances that will be tabled is to demand that the employer withdraws their challenge to the salary and wage increase of 3.5 and 4,000 across the board for those who are earning less than 13,000 rand, and 3,000 rand for those who are earning above that particular salary. Looking at the material condition, especially the economy, things are going up and the employees have not received their increase for 2020, 2021.
Yeah, and amongst those issues, in fact, as you raise them, of course, there is this backdrop of the 26 billion rand unsolicited bid on power stations. The mayor has sent a statement to say, I think at around the same time, he might be holding his press briefing that you will be marching, and he will be clearing things and putting matters on the table. What's your understanding of what this 26 billion rand unsolicited bid is all about?
You remember that Samwu has been constantly raising the fact that the two power stations, the one in Rooiwal and Pretoria West, have not been used since 2017. I know others are saying since 2014, but our understanding is that is as follows: that the mayor is wrong in his assertion that he can give administration instruction without them responding to that. That is against the Municipal Finance Management Act, Section 117, and also it is against the Code of Conduct of councillors, which the mayor is also a councillor. So he cannot force, for example, administrators to write what he's saying. What he could have done was to say to administration that we want to go clean energy, we want to use gas instead of coal. But it must end there, because that is a strategic decision that they are taking. The administrator's role is to make sure that within the framework of supply chain management, then they go out on an open tender and get other bidders to come and bid for that. What he's doing is an undue influence, and he must understand it in that particular context. And he must know that he is a councillor. He cannot influence administration on how to do their work. He cannot give them how the work must be done. The only thing that he can give is that this is the strategic direction of the city, and it must end there. We believe that the mayor is mistaken, has not really looked in the manner in which he's framing this thing, that the administration must just do as he instructs them to do so.
So the mayor is arguing that this is really about land. He says no, the two power stations will remain mothballed. Strategically, they are going into biogas, and there are investors who are willing to come in and put money and put the infrastructure and just connect to the grid. And all the city will be doing is really lease the land at this particular point.
No, those are just semantics. Number one, for example, this company, Kratos, that he wanted them to go on unsolicited bid, they are going to use the license of the city. As it stands now, they don't have license from NESA, for an example. So to say that they are only selling the land, they are not selling the power station, is not true. If you look at the document that it has been presented, or he wanted to present it to the council, it was clear that they are selling, it was everything that they're being sold, whether it's management, the production of electricity, and the generation. I mean, everything was in that particular package. He's mistaken. He's spinning his story. The reality is that he's privatizing the power station on an unsolicited bid, and that is against the Municipal Finance Management Act. He must go out and get the role players out there. Because if you look at what the law requires that you can go on unsolicited bid, provided that there are no other role players out there who can provide the same service that you are going out on unsolicited. So he's mistaken.
He's arguing that this is a unique kind of investment package that this company is presenting.
No, it's not unique.
I'm not speaking for him.
But
the other issue that he's raising is that with the new measures announced by President Cyril Ramaphosa a couple of weeks ago around this question of load shedding and how we're going to fight it, is that the NERSA license with the new regulation will no longer be a requirement.
No, that's not entirely correct. The only thing that they've done insofar as the clean energy is concerned is that they've extended what private producers can offer to the national grid. It's no longer at 100. But what he's saying, to be honest with you, is that he must follow the proper processes. There's no one who's refusing that the two power stations must come back to life and assist in terms of load shedding and all that, as we are experiencing now as I'm talking to you. So it's quite condescending to the community to say, I'm selling only land, I'm doing this because Cyril Ramaphosa has said so. I mean, we've been long not generating. He didn't wake up yesterday and realize that we have got load shedding. They've always had issue on how to generate power, but their aim here is to privatize. And now, if you will look at the 26 billion that he's talking about, how much does it cost to have a power station, for example, from the scratch? You understand? It can't cost 26 billion. That is far much than what we can have. There's always been a study around the feasibility study of Pretoria West Power Station and Rooiwal, and the results are there. And the best way where we can go and have private-public partnership, rather than selling the power station outright and the municipality end up not having those assets. Those are assets that belong to the municipality.
The other issue that you are raising is that of the theft of 6 rhinos at the Rietflei Nature Reserve. What is the story there? What happened with those rhinos?
No. In Rietflei, we have got rhinos there. Or we used to have rhinos. We have got other animals like your buffalo, your zebras, and all that. But we have realized there's one person who I cannot name his name. I cannot name him now. That he resigned from the municipality and is having a private company in Northwest. They are saying they have taken these rhinos for kids in Northwest because they are saying the city does not have enough space to do that. Whereas the city could have easily sold those rhinos if they don't have space and generate revenue from those rhinos. So we are demanding that those things must be made public. If there's no space, let's rather sell them and get money.
Nkhetheni, much appreciated. Thanks for coming on. Nkhetheni Muthavhi, Samwu's Tshwane Regional Chair. They're outlining some of the issues that they will be putting to the municipality tomorrow in their march. This as Mayor Randall Williams also plans to have a press briefing to outline what he says is the actual facts on the table around this 26 billion rands tender that has created a whole lot of storm. In fact, looks like the coalition could possibly crumble because of this particular deal.